Another morning and more kittens. Oh, there's 4 now. We were missing one earlier. Well, we had some leftovers, so obviously we had to feed the babies because, I mean, we had to. And now Mama's just posted up. Oh, hi, little bug. They're like slowly coming in. Oh, there's like one over there. See? We're gonna miss you, little babies. Oh, Mama. She's a good mama. They're so sweet. We are leaving yet again, and I've decided this is too fast of a pace. We had a lot of fun yesterday. It was my birthday, and I always get emotional on my birthdays. So we went to the beach club, we hung out, we went back on the boat, and then we had like dinner plans. We had like a taxi lined up, and I was just not feeling it, so we canceled it. We went and swam at the beach at sunset, and I literally just cried and swam and just like felt all my emotions. I'm a Cancer, what do you expect? But I felt like it was like a little ceremony ushering in another year, and like I enjoyed it. And watching the sunset while in the water, and the waves were like really big, was really fun. And then we just like, I just put my wet hair up and we went into town and just like wandered until we found a place that felt right. And we had such an incredible dinner. They were so kind. They brought me a little birthday cake and a little candle, and it was just exactly what I needed. And then yeah, this morning we're headed out on the ferry again. We're going to Mykonos for our last stop. We're doing 2 nights in Mykonos, and then we're heading home. So the adventure is almost over, and of course we're bringing you guys with us again. Thanks for hanging out. Let's say goodbye to our cats and pack up the cutest Airbnb we've probably ever stayed at. Complete with kittens. Oh, here comes another. Come on, little. Can you make the jump? Oh, it's like a little loaf of kitten bread. Bye. Okay, this is another level. I just got in and I got a massage in this little hut, this little gazebo right here, and then we just checked into our room, and I'm gonna give you a tour before we trash it like usual. So it has this really cute little porch, which is so nice in the shade. The view is unreal, and definitely gonna go jump. You can jump in the water over there, and the pool's over here. But the room, it is a breezy, floaty paradise. Oh, it smells so good. It's so cool in here. And the sweetest touch, they left us a bottle of wine, and they said, happy birthday. And it's called Lady A, duh, my initial. And I'm obsessed with butterflies, so I just felt like that was a really cute sign. Yeah, definitely excited to spend our last couple days in Greece here, because we've had the best trip ever. But like I said, it's been just a little tiring with all the go. So I think the 2 days here will be the perfect place to recoup and relax before we head home and get right back into the grind of work, cabin stuff, etc., etc. I don't know, my brother's wedding's coming up. It's gonna be a really busy summer, so it's just really nice to have this time. Oh, and obviously the bathroom tour is the most important part for me. Everything's just so beautiful. It's like a lime washed dream. As always, they have all the beautiful products and stuff here, all the shower products. We are so hungry, so we are gonna go out to the main area, get some food, relax, and really sink into the vacation. The real test is they always have jars full of treats, and they're different in different places. So what is it? Go on.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Like a sesame cookie? Oh, it's an assortment.
Oh, it's not the chocolate chip ones that we, oh, 3 different ones.
The top one looks like a sesame and honey.
Let me see this. Okay, interesting. Fine, let's have lunch. We haven't eaten a lick today. We gave all of our food to the cats. That's how good of people we are. We're headed out to swim in the ocean. We're very excited. We just had some coffee and treats. Those cookies were not as good as the chocolate chip ones, sadly. We're gonna take a little detour by the garden, just because we have to anyway. Look, they have little chili peppers, oregano, rosemary. Look at this beautiful freaking sunset. Oh my gosh. We are going to dinner at Noima, I think is how you say it, Noima. And we're actually not sure where to go. He dropped us off at this parking lot, and there's all these little alleyways and stuff. So hopefully we will figure it out. We've had quite an adventurous day. Poor Sparky hurt himself. hit his head really hard on the rocks when we were down swimming, and literally I had to clean it out with like antiseptic stuff, and we were worried. We're like, oh my gosh, does it need stitches? So far, no. But we're having quite a trip, okay? We were saying it feels like a little bit more like, I guess, fancy version of Paros. Also, I just stopped in the Pandora store and I got myself the little Greek exclusive evil eye charm. They only sell them here at like the stores in Greece, and so I couldn't resist because I already had my Pandora bracelet on and we were walking around shopping, and I was like, why not? Whoa, we walked all the way to the top. Oh, there are steps on steps on steps here. It is our last day in Mykonos. We just got the most incredible couples massage. All we really did today was wake up and have breakfast, go to the pool, have like a little snack, swim in the ocean, got a couples massage, and now we're walking down the street. Every single person I talked to about Mykonos was like, you have to go to Scorpios, you have to go to Scorpios. And oh my gosh, I think I can hear it now. Can you guys hear that? We didn't think it was our vibe because we're not club people, but we were looking for a reservation and they had like a sunset, they call it like a sunset late lunch. And I'm like, that's my vibe. So they had, and we looked up what the music was, and it's like a live band that's like very cool, like global sounding music. So we like live music. We're like, let's just like try and have fun, and like maybe we'll hate it, maybe we're too old, but like maybe it'll be really fun. So we're just gonna see what the day has in store for us, and we wanna just like, I don't know, vibe out. Let's see. We just passed through the wildest, can you hear that back there? I didn't want to like be disrespectful to the people enjoying themselves, but I really wanted to show you guys because it was like literally what you envision it to be like. Literally a bunch of like glistening naked bodies, like and half of them passed out. I was like, this is just not my idea of how I like relaxing beach vibes. I'm more of like a listen to the sound of the ocean rather than like techno. That's just me. To the end of our delicious vacay. That man is shucking oysters. This has been an experience. I look like a poodle. Nobody told me that I looked like a poodle.
You're my poodle.
Embarrassing. When we're talking about embarrassing night, we agree that we both feel like we've just like stepped through a portal. Like we're like, this is like, it felt like a movie set. Like, it's like what you see in the movies. I don't know how else to describe it. Like everyone was like absolutely immaculately dressed, beautiful, and like everybody was like in a trance and like.
But like artificially beautiful? Yeah,
I don't know, it was wild. And the music was like really cool because they were doing it live, which I thought was pretty cool, but like, I don't know, it was just like what you envision things like that to be like, but really are. If you guys have ever been there, let me know. It was just like, I've never been anywhere. It was like a immaculate nightclub on the beach.
Its own island.
Yeah, on its own island. It's wild. I've just never been anywhere like that. But it was like fun to see, but we're like, it's still a little bit light out and we're like, oh, okay, we're ready to go. We're just, we're not party people, I guess. Grasshopper. A grasshopper? Oh my God, look, a grasshopper. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, you nerd ball. You leave the nightclub to go watch grasshoppers. Yep, that's it in a nutshell. Look, we found a little private beach. Also, the place we walked through to get here is so loud. It's going wild right now. It's like literally everything turns into like a beach club party every night. Okay, now we're outside of the island. I just have to show you what it looks like. Like, it's this whole thing. Isn't that wild? Hi, baby. Okay, update, we're back at the hotel, and you know you're not supposed to like take photos here. It's so beautiful. I want it on record that Sparky just said, I'm really into wild cats all of a sudden. He is not into cats, and like here in Greece, I feel like you've really warmed up to cats.
Yeah, they're just like, they're just everywhere, and they're really cute. Like they don't like, they're not so skittish where they just like jump around you.
They're less entitled than American cats.
Yeah, they don't like swipe
They
at you
don't come
like
at you.
every time. Yeah, like they just lay there and do their thing.
They do. I kind of like them. They're very sweet. All right, here's the deal. Everybody kept telling us Scorpios is so cool, blah, blah, blah. And we met this really sweet couple in Paros. I think we told you guys about them. We met them doing cocktails, and we were talking about the old woman swimming in the sea. They were super sweet. We like left, we're like, oh, it would have been cool to like connect with them more. And then literally the next morning we wake up, and our apartment that we were staying was like a little duplex, and we were out there playing with the kittens, and the girl came out and we're like, no way, you're a neighbor? Like, it was so funny. They were on their honeymoon from Indiana, and they were so freaking cute. Anyway, they also told us, they were like, we're not big club people. We're more just like low-key, chill people. And we really enjoyed Scorpios. They had like live music, and it was just like a vibe. And so we're like, you know what? Let's just check it out. We wanted to see a little bit of Mykonos. And so we thought, okay, by going out to dinner, we'll inevitably poke around and just see some things. So when we went to dinner in like the actual like town of Mykonos, yesterday we like took the chance to like walk the alley, like walk around, see what was going on, and kind of catch a vibe for more than just like the place that we went. We also find that like when we stay at like Soho House, they always have great recommendations for like restaurants and stuff that are usually a vibe. But this time we were just realizing that Mykonos is like a party island, which I've heard, but I guess I kind of imagine that like no matter where you travel, there's options for people that want to be like party, and there's options for people that are more into like nature. But I think that this is like maybe one exception where it is such a beautiful place, and I'm sure there's so many parts we haven't seen, but everywhere we've gone so far, it's been like a very party vibe with like a lot of loud music. And like I think we're just more into beaches that have like waves crashing, and like I'm just learning about myself, like, okay, the reason why we came here is because we wanted to hit as many islands as we could, and these were all islands that were ferryable together. When I came last year with Callie, or I guess it was like in 2021, we went to Kefalonia, and it was so peaceful, so quiet. And so apparently there's like a few different islands in that group that you can also kind of go between a little more easily. So I think next time we would check out the more quaint, quiet things. But it is really helpful to like, I think I'm really glad that we, instead of committing to just like a couple places, jumped around, because we wouldn't have known that things weren't our vibe until we were here. Because oftentimes you'll read about places on like blogs and stuff, and like I think that there's a lot of great information, but it's really hard to tell if a place is like your vibe sometimes unless you go. So if you're not super into partying and loudness, but you want to come swim in the beautiful Greek waters, like maybe this isn't your place. So maybe it's helpful. My expensive mistakes can be helpful for you, but I wouldn't call it a mistake because we're so glad we saw it and it's so beautiful. I just would say we wouldn't probably rush to return. But when we came back from Scorpios, our hotel was so peaceful and quiet and had the most beautiful candles, and we realized that's what we want our wedding to look like, and it just felt so peaceful. And we ate this delicious like cookie dessert. Okay, but here's the funny thing that happened tonight at Scorpios. So here's what happened. First of all, my dress that I wanted to wear was a wreck, and you can pay to get it pressed here at the hotel. So I called and had them taking it, and they like lost it. And so I was like, okay, cool. Plan B, I'm gonna wear this other outfit. And I wore the blue skirt and then my little scarf top that I wore while we were in Costa Brava. And it was pretty cute. I was just really excited. I had saved this dress for like a special occasion, the one that I was gonna wear. And so we get to the restaurant, we eat, and then it's like towards the end of our meal, and I'm like, I wanna go, like the sun was going down, and I was like, I wanna go like see, like peek around the corner and like see the sun, because like we were a bit blocked from the sunset. And I was like, I wanna go take a picture of the sunset and just like see it for a second. So I go out there, Sparky's there paying the bill and grabbing us like a couple more drinks to walk around, because when you go there you can eat and then go walk around. And I went and I walked around, and like almost immediately this girl comes and taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry, but I thought you might want to know that there's like a stain on the back of your dress. Like, do you think you got your period? So I'm like, yes, absolutely, I got my period. And I'm like been having cramps and like, yeah, been feeling like meh the last couple days. So anyway, yes, I did, but I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, maybe, but I was like mortified really. I was wearing my Thinx panties, but like the way that when I was sitting, I think like they got shifted. Anyway, TMI. But I also, anyway, so yes, I was like, I don't know what to do here because like, yeah, so I tried to like grab the back of my dress and like kind of scrunch it up because I couldn't check because I couldn't see it. So I went to the bathroom and like rinsed it out. I'm just like little Miss MacGyver over here. It was like a chiffon-y fabric, and you know, like that like doesn't really stain or hold anything. So I rinsed it off in the sink, just that layer, not the whole thing, and like mostly got it out and turned the skirt around so it looked like I was trying to get a stain out from dinner. Okay, she's crafty. But I was like a little, like, I don't think I should be embarrassed, but like the vibe of the place was everyone was immaculate. And I was like, I think when I'm in places like that, like you can tell that everybody's like super wealthy and like, it felt like, I don't know, like we were saying it looks like a movie set. Everybody looked so glamorous and just like, and I just felt like an outsider, like even being there, like I just felt like, oh my gosh, I felt like a misfit. Like I'm like, I don't belong here kind of vibes, which is my own imposter syndrome, sure. But it didn't help to be like the girl with the period stain. It sent me back to like 8th grade chorus when I got my period in my white shorts in middle school. Anyway, so then I go back to the table and like it starts to dry and like I'm like, I don't care, I'm not gonna let this ruin my night, like whatever, you know, this is our second wardrobe malfunction of the night, we're not gonna let it take us down, forget it. So we go back out there and I see the girls that told me, the 3 girls that were like really sweet. And I told Sparky, I was like, oh, I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, I don't know. Da, da, da. And then of course, the second I see them, I'm like, hey girls. I was like, don't worry, I figured it out. And I was like, hey babe, these are the girls that told me about my period stain. He just thought it was so funny. He thought it was so funny that I was just like shouting them out.
I'm just like, hey guys. Hey, nice to meet you. Thank you for your help.
Thank you for your service. And one of the girls was like, I knew you'd turn it around. I told them she's gonna go right in there and she's gonna fix it. She's gonna turn it around. And I was like, yeah, I am. And it was just like really sweet. Anyway, that's our night in a nutshell. Do you have anything else you wanna add?
Just that I love you and I'm sad to go home, but also excited to go home. And it's been so much fun getting to do all this and share it and document it and have these memories to look back on. So it's really
Whoa! Exciting. I'm getting like a wedding toast speech on here. We are really sad to leave, but also we've been gone for, it will be exactly 5 weeks tomorrow when we're flying home. And this is the longest we've ever traveled, and man, it's been a doozy. I'm gonna recap like the whole route on Instagram and how we got from one place to another. If you guys wanna save that in certain folders if you're traveling. I'm not a travel expert, but I have been getting some messages and like people asking questions, and like please contribute in the comments because a lot of you have been places that I haven't and have like a lot of great insights. But yeah, it's been really fun to like document all this. So let me know if you guys want us to continue vlogging as we do other things, because we're gonna focus on California travel, I think, just like for the rest of the month, for the rest of the summer, just because this was like the craziest, most expensive, like wildest, longest trip. But we're like, we live somewhere, such a beautiful place, like why not take a day trip to Santa Barbara? Why not like drive up the coast? Why not do things that are in our own sphere? And so we're gonna be doing some more adventuring. And yeah, I don't know if this is the official sign off or not, but you'll find out. We had so much fun flying by the seat of our pants and like figuring stuff out on the fly, but I'm really excited to return to routine and like just get settled back at home. There's so much that we have going on and so many things, like my brother's getting married this month. I'm working on like some big projects with work stuff. The cabin, I need to do the cabin tour and like share that big exciting news. Yeah, just a lot of like little irons in the fire that we need to sort out, and we need to plan our own wedding because it's time. We've both decided this trip has really made us realize like we need to plan our wedding and it's time and we're ready. We just have been so busy, but now's the time. So stay tuned, there's a lot to come here. I hope you guys are having a great day and week, and thanks for sharing our journey with us. We'll see you soon, hopefully. One last room service breakfast before we leave. It's a requisite. Obviously I had to take like one last shower with all their amazing products, but you guys, we are so tired. We got like barely any sleep. The club that has like the beach club by the swimming area literally was like all night, and it's so far from us. Our hatches were closed, like our shutters, everything was completely closed, and it literally kept us up. And at one point, what time was it that we looked and we were like, what time is it?
They finally stopped at 7:30.
They stopped at 7:30 a.m. Like, I'm like, who is out listening to if it was that loud for us? Like, I can't even imagine. I'm sorry. We're outing ourselves as being like lame.
We're old, man. Lame,
old, and whatever. But I was just like shocked. So yeah. Wow, it's way bright outside. We still have our windows closed if you can't tell. But yeah, it was very, very loud all night. So we didn't get a ton of sleep. But the good news is we got super cheap upgrades on our flight, like to get to business class. So I'm really hoping that it's a nice plane. We can take a nap, not the whole time, just the first leg of our journey. But it's like the best thing to look forward to ever. Sadly, this is the end of our journey. We happened to wear matching travel outfits today. Not mad about it.
It happens.
I'm having the worst cramps. It's gonna be an interesting travel day. We're sad to leave, but here we go. To the next adventure.
To the next adventure.
Yeah! Sad to go. Sad to leave all the cats.